Hello everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Game Break, the full coverage writer's presentation where we take a look at some of the plot and stories behind our favorite video games. Will here, still fighting his way out of Pauper's Drop, as we continue through BioShock 2. When we last left off, we had finally encountered Grace Holloway, and got the security override key so we can continue on. Of course, we also decided to spare Grace's life, and now she may be a potential ally in our war against Sophia Lamb. But for now, let's continue on through this splicer-infested hellhole and get out of here. This is incredibly efficient, and certainly safer than me having to go out there and take on all those bullets. Oh, another turret. Another friend. It is rather entertaining to turn the turrets against the splicers. And very effective as well. Another big guy down. Ooh, and he had a diary on him.
Survival of the fittest. That's the rule in the drop. The only rule. These numbskulls can't see the potential in leftover traces of sports boost, armored shell, tonics for increasing muscle mass and density. Oh, but I see the king of the jungle. First field trial of my new formula. Subject, Hardwick Leo. Right. Here goes.
Sounds like we had a real Dr. Jekyll there.
Head back to the train station, sport.
Where do you think I'm going, Sinclair? I'm not sticking around to see the sights again.
Well, sir, I don't know what to call you now. You've done more than just spare my life. You've opened my eyes. I need to put a few questions to Dr. Lamb.
Sowing the seeds of doubt. And making a new friend in the process. I rather like that concept. I kind of wish BioShock 1 had that opportunity. All of the bosses were just kill them and move on. None of them had the opportunity to befriend them. I rather like it. It should make for an interesting variety of endings for this game.
By sparing Grace, do you seek to gain my trust? A feeble ruse. Your crocodile tears may poison her with doubt, but I am not so easy a mark.
I'm not really so interested in winning you over, Sophia Lamb. You're the source of the problem. I don't know if I'll get the chance, but I get the feeling I'm going to have to eliminate her. I might be able to make other people see the light and the reality of my situation, but not Sophia Lamb. She's dead set on my death.
Hop on, kid, and start the train. Don't make me pull the whistle now.
I'm coming, impatient businessman. Well, let's get out of this hellhole and off into the deep blue sea to the next part of Rapture. How quaint. Just a nice little ride.
Hear me, O ye who would murder the Lamb of God. Ye shall never reach her God.
That doesn't look good. Oh, definitely not good. Goodbye, tram car. Ow.
Kid, come on, wake up now. There you are. I thought you rode that torpedo into the great hereafter. I'm in Dionysus Park now. Train cars are shambles, leaking air. Whole damn place is flooded and sealed. But there's a pumping station back there in Siren Alley, and I believe you could jerry-rig it to drain the park out. That'd let you stroll right inside. Get to those pumps, and hurry.
Yep, things are getting a little tricksy now.
The park is sealed, Chief. You aren't getting in there just yet. But if you get down to that pumping station in Siren Alley and drain the place out, this airlock will let you in.
So the whole place is flooded and poor Sinclair is locked in a train car that's leaking air. I suppose we should pump the water out. Oh hey, big brother. You wanna let me in? No? Alright, I'll find my own way in.
I see Father Wales has parted you from your craft, and yet you cling to life. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Today, Delta, you meet a man who has no fear of death, and for Eleanor, he would burn with a smile.
Charming. Yes, for those who might not recall the earlier recording, Wales is the one who led the little church down here in Siren Alley, all in Sophia Lamb's name, to preach the wonders of her new paradise. So,
Look at this rusty piece of crap! Show 'em what we got, boys.
Splice is interrupting me. He's definitely a prime candidate for crazed religious cult leader. What's going on over here? Oh, it's the Big Daddy. Let's give him a... Well, I'm just going to give him a hand, but it looks like he doesn't need it. Ah, that Big Daddy has explosives and a little sister. I guess he doesn't need our help after all. But yes... Siren Alley, a religious wonderland for the crazed fanatics who worship Sophia Lamb and her promise of paradise and salvation. What could possibly go wrong? Oh. What a nice painting of the original plane crash.
Lord, what more do you wish of me? Your wretch of a servant waits for word. I have followed the letter of the Holy Mother Lamb, though she will not tell me the day of your return, as you smote down the false father, Andrew Ryan, who tempted us away from your radiant gaze. But ye would not speak to me, Lord. I have built for ye this great temple, and gathered your flock, yet still you were silent. Will ye not strike me, poor brother, blind, so he may at last behold your glory, as was done to Paul on the road to Damascus? I am alone, Lord, alone, and waiting for a sign.
Well, there's definitely the religious tones we were looking for. Seems good old Father Wales certainly fell into the whole godly aspect of Sophia Lamb's little cult. Treats her as a kind of saint or something of the like, and believes that her actions are actually the work of God. He even seems to believe that our fun little fun from BioShock 1 with Jack was an act of God. Rather interesting. The devote may not be as easy to turn to our side as much as Grace Holloway was. They really do not like it if you get too close to that little sister.
Can I come out to play again, Mr. B?
I also find it interesting that the little sisters still call the other big daddies Mr. Bubbles or Mr. B, yet Delta is always Daddy. It's interesting that there is that level of distinction in pretty much all the little sisters. I wonder if Eleanor's just influence has a hand in that.
I'm ready for dream time, Mr. B.
Wow, another lovely work of art down here. That's rather intimidating.
Thank you, Mr. Bubbles.
By which we are saved. And that's one of the little sisters' atom syringes. They're definitely worshipping the little sisters. This is quite the crazy religion that's developed here, which I don't think Andrew Ryan was expecting when he was afraid of Sophia Lamb's, well, the effect she was having on people. He was worried about communism. Turns out we got a freaky cult instead.
The beast of Ryan lives! Gather the family!
Oh. He was a jumpy one.
Mother of mercy, I think that was Simon Wales. What's he done to himself? He and his brother were Rapture's architects, but when Doc Lamb came along, Simon got religion. He's got a kind of church down in the pumping station. Expect a reckoning when you arrive.
Well, there's the man himself, worshipping a wonderful painting of the Little Sisters, which seems to be portraying them as saviors. Directly over, if I'm not mistaken, the little doll Eleanor had in the beginning cutscene of the game. It was labeled as her captor's vanquished effigy or something like that. So they know that it's a doll of us. And they've taken it and are using it as a kind of weird religious icon. We've definitely found the heart of religion down here in Rapture. Ooh, what do we have here? A nice assortment of various fruit-based foods? A little disconcerting how all the fruits are labeled with italics. Not quite sure they had actual apples and cherries and the like down here. Maybe not quite as appetizing as I first thought.
The rate of sister loss has become unacceptable as big daddies are brought down like elephants under a pack of hyenas. In response, we've begun production of a newly designed Big Daddy model, nicknamed the Rumbler. He launches high-explosive munitions to disperse groups of splicers, followed by miniature automated turrets to mop up the stragglers. Our tests find that the Rumbler's performance is highly effective, if messy. In Rapture's arms race, splicers aren't the only ones that are evolving.
Even down here, there was an inevitable arms race. As the splicers became more powerful, the developers of the Big Daddies found ways to counteract the new techniques. It's not surprising, we've seen how deadly Big Daddies can be, but usually those are on one-on-one fights. Get enough splicers together, and I'm sure even they could take down a Big Daddy. We've certainly seen enough dead ones around. But explosives would definitely be a great way to break up a crowd, and I get the feeling that the Big Daddy we've seen wandering around out here is that Rumbler they were talking about.
Go ahead, ruin it!
Sneaky, sneaky. Well, looks like we found the manager's office of this fine establishment. Looks like he's seen better days. Ooh, is that a power drill? Not the best way to go out, that's for sure. But then again, maybe it's better than being eaten alive by a splicer. And what do we have here? Turret control? Well, well, well. It's nice to not have to always be the one risking life and limb to kill off a splicer directly. For once, Rapture's defenses work in my favor. Ooh, another one. Glad I avoided that grenade. Not sure that turret's going to be able to get to him through that line of what look like slot machines. Well, sometimes you just gotta do the dirty work yourself. Well, I wouldn't call it a clean kill, but certainly efficient.
Listen, my supplier's got a new shipment of plasmids coming in, and I need you to pick them up from the lab in Hedon Plaza. There's a hidden switch to open the back door. It's tucked away under the cash register in the shop front. And don't let nobody see you do it. Otherwise, we'll have splicers crawling all over the damn place trying to get a taste.
Aside from giving us a chance to potentially get some hidden plasmids, it's interesting to see the depths people had to go through smuggling plasmids. Not sure if this was a legal or illegal business, but I suppose at this point in time it's irrelevant. If I could find the hidden switch under the cash register in this storefront, perhaps I can get a nice little new plasmid of my own. After I gamble away all my savings, of course. I have no idea which shop front they mean, so I guess I'm just gonna have to check every cash register. Of course, I also don't mean if they literally mean underneath or underneath the counter, but well, doesn't look like there's a switch here. So I guess it's not this one.
I do love Siren Alley. The kind of place you go to scratch an itch you're ashamed of, even in a town with no laws. But that's not why I favor it. The place started out as the Mason's Quarter, all builders and architects, proper as you please. And it just tickles me when someone in a fancy hat falls in the mud. Like a lot of the ladies down here, Siren Alley was born with a more respectable name. But only God remembers what it was.
Well, looks like this place wasn't exactly the most reputable of places when Rapture fell, but... Oh, and look, we're caught in a trap. Well, while that happens... Yes, it does seem like, at one point in time, this must have been a nice place for well-to-do folks. And then it turned to the kind of place you went to when you had to scratch that more... natural, lurid itch that people get sometimes. And Sinclair found that rather amusing. And for once I kind of agree with him that it is kind of entertaining to think that this was once high society and then basically got turned into brothel town. Oh, how the mighty fall. But then again, isn't that just the story of the year down here in Rapture?
Someone there?
Did you hear that?
You made me hurt you.
No, not the splicer, something else. What is that? Ghostly laughs and... someone or something is down here. And it's not just these regular splicers. I don't like it. And again, I don't like much down here in Rapture, but I really don't like spooky laughter coming from nowhere. Much rather deal with the splicers with guns. At least I can see them. There it is again. This town is Creep Town. And I do not like it. No, I do not like it at all. Oh, how lovely. Then again, I suppose that's par for the course down here in Rapture. Chloroform mixture? Property of Millie Langford? That seems familiar. I wonder if that's the same stuff from BioShock 1 when we had to save the trees. It's a nice tie-in, but I don't remember the name of the doctor who came up with the solution to save the trees that Andrew Ryan was killing. But if that is the same mixture, why are there so many dosages of it here, other than just perhaps a little Easter egg nod to BioShock 1? If it's just the Easter egg, I'm fine with that. It actually amuses me. As much as hacked med stations killing splicers amuses me. I'll never get tired of that.
Well, Mr. Diary, Mom's got a new security system to stop me from seeing Amir and the other kids. But security's just made of bits and bobs, like you are, and now we're the best of friends. Isn't that right? Anyway, Amir's got a whole book about the surface. It has India and Ireland and everywhere. Yes, all right, Mr. Diary. If you must know, I do think Amir's kind of pretty for a dog eater. Oh no! Retreat!
Eleanor, come back here at once.
Oh, what a pernicious little scamp little Eleanor was. What little kid didn't try to sneak out of, I don't even know what to call it, timeout, I suppose, and try to go see their friends and have fun? Of course, most kids aren't as smart as Eleanor and capable of hacking advanced security systems, but, you know, it's essentially the same if you're a hyper-genius child. Still, incredibly adorable, in my opinion. Another cash register, another counter, yet still no secret switch. I'm not even sure if I'm in the right place, since they said I needed to be in Hedone Plaza. I'm not sure I'm exactly there. I'm sure I'll find it eventually.
I think Mother knows I'm helping you like this. She's accelerating my treatments. Don't give up on me.
Treatments? What treatments? First she gives me a message about my heart failing, and then she gives me a message about accelerated treatments? This is not looking good, but again, more questions than answers. These seem like very important things that I have a lot of questions about. And of course, nobody's telling me anything about them. Only makes me want to find and rescue Eleanor all the more, though. I don't trust what Sophia is doing, and I don't believe she genuinely has Eleanor's best interests in mind, blinded by her vision of paradise.
Daniel, you and I drafted Rapture's blueprint together. Wales and Wales, architects. Do you remember? But Andrew Ryan led us astray, my brother. Turned us from the Almighty. Dr. Lamb offers you salvation, Daniel. I ask only for proof that the barest flicker of faith remains in you. I left a gift for you at the Pink Pearl, in your offices. Find the code on it, brother. We shall pray together for your sorry soul.
So Father Wales and his brother were actually the architects who designed Rapture. And then when everything went to pot, Father Wales turned to Sophia Lamb and thus found religion. And it looks like if we want to get into Siren Alley and find him, we're going to have to find his brother in the Pink Pearl and get the security code. Suppose it's interesting in a way. Wonder how his brother is taking all of this. Apparently he didn't go the faithful religious route. If he's working in a place called the Pink Pearl, I doubt religion is the forefront in his, how you say, levels of importance.
Who'd have thought?
Well, thank you for opening the door for me. I'm going to kill you now. Ow, he certainly doesn't seem to like fire. Oof. Well, at least I got the whole thing on film.
I've got the maddening notion that I owe you my life, stranger. Such as it is. I'm sending you a care package to the pneumo along the way. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Dr. Lamb.
Well, well, well. Looks like we really do have an ally in Grace Holloway. Ferreting away little gifts and presents for us as we make our way further into Rapture. But anyone who sends me extra ammo is alright in my book. But that's all the time we have for today. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button, and of course, leave your opinions on the story in the comments below. Subscribe to our channel for more great videos from us at Full Coverage Writers, and until next time, get out there, be creative, and be awesome.